So I'm going to take you around the Whitby Walk with Heritage Trail, looking at all these amazing sculptures by local artists. So let's check them all out. This is number one in the trail. This is the Penny Hedge. You'll find it along the riverside on the Church Street. There's 10 of these now, life-size sculptures, handmade by local sculptor Emma Stothard. These works of art are scattered around the town on the east side and the West Cliff area. I'll show you them all, starting with this one. So we'll just walk down Church Street now and make our way to the second one. The Penny Hedge, what we've just seen, there's lots of legends surrounding Whitby. This is a rather strange one. One autumn day in 1159, a group of noblemen were out hunting with their dogs and attacked a boar that took shelter in a hermitage. The hermit decided to close the door on the dogs. This angered the hunter and they savagely attacked the hermit and left him to die. On his deathbed he decided that instead of the death penalty for a murder, they and their descendants should enact an annual penance, the construction of a Roman hedge from branches cut using only a knife of a penny price. The hedge needed to withstand 3 tides. If it didn't, the Lord's word would forfeit their lands. So the planting of the Penny Hedge has continued every year at 9 AM on the eve of Ascension Day, 39 days after Easter. When the hedge is planted, a horn is blown 3 times. And out on you, out on you, out on you is called out. That's the story behind the Penny Hedge. We're just walking down Bridge Street now towards the Swing Bridge, and this is where you'll find a second one. This is the bridge ender. It's a fisherman leaning against the harbour railings, looking at the weather, deciding whether or not to set sail out to sea. And next we'll head over the Swing Bridge onto the west side, and over here we'll find the fishwife with a barrel of fish. Don't underestimate a fishwife. She worked just as hard as her husband, from family duties to baiting or selling the catch to the public. That's the fishwife. We're going to head up Golden Line Bank now. Top of the Golden Line Bank at the bottom of Flowergate. There's the next sculptor. And this one is the net mender. Fishing gear needed to be constantly checked and repaired to keep it in good working order to ensure a good catch. So the top of this bank is the net mender. Each one of these figures is carefully woven by hand and made from steel wire, wrapped around a steel armature, then hot dip galvanised. This is Flowergate now. This one is the Gansey knitter, perching on a wall at the top of Flowergate. The Gansey was a sweater knitted by fishermen's wives in a distinctive pattern. Each town or village had its own pattern, therefore if a fisherman became lost at sea, his Gansey would be used to identify where he was from the body recovered. Next is the famous photographer Frank Meadow Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe was born in 1853 and is famous worldwide for his incredible pictures portraying everyday life in Whitby. He's focusing his camera down the road where his studio used to be. Along the West Cliff, you can bump into explorer William Scoresby, known to many as the inventor of the Crow's Nest in 1807. The Crow's Nest is a mast top looking that offered a little protection from the harsh weather conditions whilst at sea. So this one's the Crow's Nest, William Scoresby, on the west cliff opposite the paddling pool. What a viewpoint from here. We're going to head down to the next one on the trail, which is skipper Dora Walker. Dora was born in West Yorkshire and became famous for being the first female fishing boat skipper on the north east coast. She moved to Whitby after medical advice during the Second World War. She bought a boat called the Good Faith. Dora began fishing and, once qualified, acted as a pilot for boats through the minefields. This incredible woman was the only female skipper to hold her licence in the North Sea throughout the war. She was also an author and wrote the Memoirs of Nursing about the history of the fishing communities, another strong female role model for Whitby. Skipper Dora. Next we're going to walk down through the whalebones and down towards the bandstand. There's a Captain Cook statue. Let's head down there towards the bandstand, and there we're going to find the herring girls. This is a Dracula viewpoint. This is where Bram Stoker's novel was inspired from, looking at that view. Absolutely amazing view over Whitby. There's a swing bridge down there. Lifeboat station and Tate Hill Beach over there. And behind the 199 steps up towards the church and the abbey. Never get bored of this view. Here's a screaming tunnel known locally. Haunted tunnel where you can hear screams, so to say. You walk down here, wait till you see this view at the end. Wouldn't want to be walking down here at night. What a view. Next we're going to walk up to the bandstand to see the herring girls. You would have seen in the late 18th and early 19th centuries, a fishing fleet followed the shoals of herrings along this coast, and the herring lasses, followed by train, would be there ready and waiting to gut and pack the day's catch. This sculpture represents the fiercely strong and independent women who would work in small teams of 2 and 3s. 2 girls would gut and salt the herrings, and the 3rd would pack the fish into barrels. This is the last one, the new one. This is Henry Freeman. He was crewman aboard the boat in 1861 when it capsized.